Hello, welcome to AM Whiskey Reviews. Today we are taking a trip to Vietnam, land of the chicken wire, land of the Huey helicopter, land of what I call pho, but what other people call pho, pho. um, you know, but land of the Hanoi Hilton of Hamburger Hill. You'll notice I don't really have any kind of war paint or true camouflage. I wouldn't say that I'm a Vietnam enthusiast per se. Um, it's not my favorite war. If I have a favorite war, that would be maybe the Spanish American War because I don't know. I mean, what did we get the Philippines out of that? We got Cuba. We got to go to Havana for a while. I mean, think about how many good times the La Cosa Nostra had down there, like Fredo and Johnny Ola and the daiquiris and all the but anyway, Vietnam, I don't know that it's my favorite war. It was a good war if you are a person receiving royalties for All Along the Watchtower or for What It's Worth by Buffalo Springfield, or if you are Creedence Clearwater Revival and you have written Fortunate Son. You are a fortunate son to have written that song. The Vietnam War, and namely movies about it, seem to employ those three songs in particular. You are in very good shape if you wrote one of those songs. You are grateful for the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War has been a good war for you, whether you went or not. Um, often wish that I did write one of those songs. I often wish that I had never heard All Along the Watchtower. I mean, God, talk about ubiquitous. But in any case, I am going off the rails here. Um, what I am here to talk about is Tiger beer, okay? Vietnam's signature beer. And I am looking forward to giving this a go. This is as close as I can come to like Vietnam. I mean, maybe this isn't so much a guy in Vietnam as a guy back from Vietnam. Like he came back and the hippies were, first they were throwing things at him, then he showed up at parties, and the chicks suddenly were like noble savagizing me, and I was like getting laid off of it. I mean, deeply resentful because, I mean, they weren't in the rice paddies. They were sunning in the quad, and but now, like, they're all over me at parties, and they're talking about all that I went through over there, and maybe I didn't go through that much. Maybe I never left the bivouac. Maybe I was, in the rear with the gear. And I wasn't humping stuff through the Mekong Delta. Um, but now I'm at these parties, and now they're proffering all these drinks, and you know in any case, that I don't, again, I'm not, it's not my war, um, and well, so let's give this a shot, okay? Tiger beer, get it open. I feel almost like a traitor even opening this, because I have an uncle who has a friend uh, who had an uncle who was in Vietnam, and from what I gather, he suffered a lot, a lot. Um, so here we go. Oh, that's really good. That is good. That is good. Things, I mean, man, like if it took, 12 years of like Dien Bien Phu and the Tet Offensive and I don't know, the Killing Fields and everything else, so that they can now produce a beer like this. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to. Maybe it was worth it. Maybe it was worth it. You don't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. But mm, it's delicious. Uh, Not cloying at all. Sweet, but not cloying. All right. What would I partner this with? Well, I would partner this with, you're doing one of those like raids on the you're like, I don't know if you're going to find yourself in this situation, say in the United States of America. If you're living in Massachusetts, odds are you're not going to come upon, like set upon a hutch, thatch villages. But let's say you're in Brookline, Massachusetts, and you come across a bunch of thatch huts, and in there, they've got like giant rice bins, but they're made out of straw or bamboo, and you're digging your AK-47 into the rice bins. You're looking for weapons. You're looking for something that might be there, some kind of contraband. Maybe they're working with the North Vietnamese. You could be in, I don't know, let's say you're right outside of like Raleigh, Durham in North Carolina, and you find one of these thatch villages. And the people are with those hats that they have, and they're like running back to the village to tell everybody that the United States, that the GIs are on their way, the stupid GIs are on their way, and they're wearing those like black, um, and you gotta like get information from them. This is a really good beer to have. Um, I think it would partner well with that. It would partner well. Let's say you're driving, at the Thanksgiving, and you're on the road. Let's say you're on, the Deegan going north, and then suddenly there's an ambush. Okay, you got this beer, you got Tiger beer on your dashboard, and you're gonna get through that ambush. Okay, there's sappers coming trying to take the car out. There's guys crawling through the chicken wire. They're doing whatever they can to get you. They don't, they're not as well armed as you, but they're all along the Deegan. You never know when they're gonna be there. You know, like what was it? Billy Joel said like they ruled the night, and the night seemed to last as long as 6 years. I could go through the whole song. The first time I heard that song, I was like a few clicks south of Tower Records. Okay, a few clicks south of Beefsteak Charlie, and I heard Goodnight Saigon, and I knew that war was a total farce when I heard that song. And thank you, Billy Joel, for that. But in any case, yeah, thank you for coming to Vietnam like with me. I mean, I didn't get fragged, and I didn't have to endure all along the watchtower. Um, you know, and like it's not. I got to go to Vietnam. I got to have really good beer, and I don't flinch when a car backfires. I don't hit the deck when a car backfires. Somebody drops a heavy book, I don't like leap up to the ceiling. I got to go to Vietnam. I got to have the beer, and you got to come with me And yeah, thank you very much for coming along for my tour of duty. Uh, I hope to see you soon. Over and out. Which seems in kind of bad taste for this episode, but in any case, over and out. Yeah.